Hello, friends. Good evening to all of you. And today I welcome all of you for the fourth day on our series of Words of Wisdom. And the topic for today is the introduction to TensorFlow. And I also welcome our speaker for today. She is Usha Rengaraju, ma'am. I welcome you, ma'am.
Yeah,
For
thank you so much, the team of Code Warriors and Hack with CWT team for inviting me over. And I've seen the organizer work very hard, and I appreciate the hard work and dedication of the entire team. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I was just introducing ourselves. So, a short intro about Usha, ma'am, guys. So, she is world's first woman, two times KAGGLE Grandmaster. She is ranked as top 10 data scientist for 2020 by Analytics India magazine. She is unicorn data scientist for with strong foundation in economics, finance, business foundations, business analytics, and psychology. Apart from that, she has 7 years of industrial experience. Plus, she is the organizer of TensorFlow user group Mysore and GDG Mysore. She is also the module expert at upgrade and beta tester for Coursera. So, ma'am, we are really pleased to have you as our speaker today. And I'm really, in fact, we all are really excited for today to learn about the TensorFlow. So, yeah, over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can I share my screen now?
Yeah, you can share, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Hope my screen is visible to you all. So the link for today's notebook is here. I'm just posting it to the host. Can you quickly put it in the comment for everyone to see?
Yes, ma'am, we'll do that.
All right. The link to the notebook is in the comment section. And today's session, we're going to talk about TensorFlow Hub. So, what is TensorFlow Hub? TensorFlow Hub comes from the TensorFlow ecosystem. And TensorFlow Hub is a repository for reusable machine learning models. So, there are a lot of machine around. Initially, when it started, TensorFlow Hub was internally used amongst Alphabet group of companies, that is Google Brain and DeepMind and the Alphabet group, other Alphabet group of companies. And whatever models they used to use internally within their companies, they used to outsource it here. But then now they have made open source TensorFlow Hub, and it is there in the website called tfhub.dev. So, in a nutshell, TensorFlow Hub contains around 1,300 reusable machine learning repositories, machine learning models as of now, and most of it comes from DeepMind and Google Brain. But there are like other contributors right now, like there are from a lot of models from Kaggle, NVIDIA, and there are other models from other sources as well, from the community as well. There are a lot of people outsourcing their models. And so some of the advantage, let's quickly go to the website and check out tfhub.dev. So this is a small offshoot website from TensorFlow. This website is where all the 1,300, 400 models are there. So if you basically, broadly, most of the machine learning problems falls under one of the four categories. It could be either an image problem or a text problem or a video problem or an audio problem. So we have models under all of these four categories. So under each of the text problem, there are several categories, like you have text embedding, language model generation, question answer retrieval, and question answering classification. These are some of the types of problems under text. Under image, you have classification, super resolution, depth estimation. These are some of the problems under image. Under audio, video, you have classification, generation, and text. Under audio, you have embedding, SCT, event classification, and pitch extraction. So these are some of the four categories: image, text, video, and audio. And so you also have model formats. You can download the model formats either as tf.js, which is for TensorFlow for web, or TF Lite for TensorFlow for mobile, or Coral is doing machine learning on edge devices. So Coral is a separate website where you can go to coral.ai and learn more about how to do AI on edge using edge TPUs. And so this is briefly the kind of problem domains and the kind of machine learning, reusable models under each of these problem domains. Now, if I want to there is a lot of advanced features which has been added early in this year. Now, if I want to search some image-based problem, I can click on image. I can click on image classification. I can choose my problem domain as image classification, and there are so many reusable models which is coming. So you can also see the publisher who has published it. Is either it's from Google or it's from TensorFlow team, or you can scroll down and see the publisher who is the publisher. And filtering also, you can filter it whether you want it which model format, whether it is you want it for web, you're going to use the model for web, or mobile, or Coral. And the versions also, you can actually change the versions as well. So you also can filter out based on the architecture here. So these are some of the search features which lets you fine tune it for development. This is how you can filter your search, and you can filter, and whatever model, exact model you want, you can fine tune on it. This is about TensorFlow Hub.dev. This is a place where you'll find all the reusable models. And some of the features, let's go back and look at some of the features, why we actually need TensorFlow Hub. See, some of the advantages is not everyone can afford a costly GPU, or not everyone can afford a costly TPU, and or a machine with great memory. Not everyone can afford that. So, what if you want to solve your problem, and it would be great to have some of the shelf models which can, it may not give you that great accuracy, but it is great for rapid prototyping. So TensorFlow Hub, helps a lot in that way, by giving you a quick, you can reuse these models and do a rapid prototyping. And the second thing is there's not much of a learning curve as well, because when you go to these models, see, if you go to any of these models, like I can take one of the models. For example, I want style transfer. So this is style transfer. So I'm clicking on the style transfer, and so there is also a small example use on how to use it. So this is where you have the URL where you give where you should download the module, and this the example code is already given for you, and there's not much of a learning curve. So this is great for absolute beginners who want to experiment with few of the models. They don't have to learn much because the example code and everything is almost given. So 90% of things what they have to do is almost given to them. So this is great for beginners, and this is also great for people who don't have access to cutting edge GPUs and TPUs. And it saves you fast a lot of time. See, you're reusing the code, so you can use transfer learning, you can change the last few layers, and you can reuse the model, so it saves you a lot of time, so it helps you build applications faster. And one more thing is TensorFlow Hub, it's like it maintains all your versions, it maintains your metadata, it maintains all this, so it takes the headache of you to sit and maintain all this versioning, the metadata and all that. So it's one place where all the models are stored, and all the versioning and all the auditioning, or all these documentation work is taken care for you. And so this is also one of the advantages of TensorFlow Hub. These are some of the advantages. And one more thing is, it has a very simple user interface. I just went to the website right now and I showed you how to search the models and how to use the example code and all that. And so it has a very very simple user interface, and we can solve download models into either for mobile, web, or just one model we can download it into multiple formats. And the search is great, and you have metadata, which I recently covered. And you can also do transfer learning. Transfer learning is a technique where you have built a model for some solving a similar kind of task, where you can rebuild that model by you can change few layers and reuse the same model for solving a similar kind of a different task, where you don't have enough data, or you don't have enough resources. You can reuse this model. So this is the technique of transfer learning. So TensorFlow Hub can also be used in transfer learning. So this is the basic introduction to what is TensorFlow Hub and what are the advantages of TensorFlow Hub and the UI and everything about it. Let's quickly go to a small example and see. And I'm going to share this code with the person, so he'll be putting it in the you know so this is the object detection API. Go to runtime and click on run on. So it will take some time. uh, it will just take 2 minutes to run the thing. So while it is continuously running, I'll just walk you through the code. This is these piece of statements are the import statements, utilities, and you're just cloning this repository here. and you're running few, or you need to run few packages in order for this thing to work. You're importing all this object. This object detection, this particular notebook also uses TF TensorFlow TF 2.2, TF 2.0 object detection API as well. So you need to download the packages required for this API, object detection, TensorFlow object detection API package, related packages. And so now I can come here. So there are a lot of models for me. For object detection, I can have efficient det is very good model for object detection. So I can go for efficient det. I can choose D7, and then I can come here. This particular notebook is taking unusually long time to run. So I'm just going for a different example, which is style transfer. And I'll just share the link to the notebook here. It doesn't take, I've given this workshop before, and it doesn't take this long to run. And all right, let it run, and we'll come back to the notebook. Let's quickly go, and while it's running, let's quickly go and check out a different example. So I'm just sharing the link to this notebook in the comment section. So the host, I won't be able to directly put it in the comment. And please put the link in the comment. Sorry that the notebooks are taking unusually long time to run. So we'll just quickly go to this example and check out. Click on run on. So this is where you're importing all the needed libraries, and you're just choosing the images here. What is the content image you want, and what is the style you want the to be transferred. So this is the content image, and this is a style image of a particular artist, and I want the style to be transferred to my content image. So using TensorFlow Hub, I don't have to write. I told you one of the advantages is you don't have to write many lines of code. And if you're a beginner or a researcher and you don't know machine learning and you want to quickly do a quick rapid prototyping, this is a great resource. So what I did here was I took this URL. If you go here, I told you, like, TensorFlow hubs will have the TF models. You go here, you have this URL, and you can also download this model, or you can use this URL, or you can directly use a Colab notebook. You have the sample how to use it and all that here. So the first line of the code, you're giving a URL, creating a hub handle, and then you're calling hub.load method and giving that URL link. That's all. This is a very simple line of code. All you have to do is this two lines of code. And once you create a hub module object, it takes two parameters. One is the content image, and one is a style which has to be transferred to the image. And then you're just printing out the output. This is all. For doing style transfer, you just accomplished it with just two lines of code. So, writing this two lines of code, anybody who doesn't know machine learning also can do. And somebody who doesn't have great resources, GPU or TPU resources, will also be able to do this. So this is the advantage of transfer. This is the advantage of TensorFlow Hub for people, and you can do it very fast. So it's just two lines of code. I was able to do it very quickly. So these are some of the advantages. I think it's taking some time to run. I'm just creating a local copy to see if it can be running. It can run faster. Let's see if this runs faster. So yeah, we are done here. And so yeah, here if you see, this is a style image, this is a content image. So the style has been transferred to the content here. So I accomplished this using just three lines of code, where I have this URL from here where my pre-trained model is here, and I'm just storing that URL in a variable, and I'm calling this method hub.load, which takes this URL handle as the parameter to create the hub TensorFlow hub object. Once I have the TensorFlow hub object, I just this particular model takes two parameters. One is the content image and the style which has to be transferred. I just accomplished this whole style transfer thing with just two three lines of code, and the codes were very simple. So this is one of the biggest advantages, that is anybody who doesn't know machine learning can easily come and quickly do a rapid prototyping. And somebody without, I just accomplished this using Colab. So somebody without great computing resources will also be able to do accomplish such tasks. So these are some of the advantages of TensorFlow Hub. This is not just for style transfer. This is only one example which we saw under, uh, you know, uh, So this is just one example which we saw. So this is another example for object detection. So if you see, this is the image of the object. I need to detect the objects here. So I can come, I can, this is a person, this is, these are the objects in this picture. All these objects are detected. So now I can go back to this notebook and I can choose a different image instead of a beach. I can go scroll down and I can see dogs. I can run this again. So this is dogs, and I'm choosing I need to detect dogs here. Now, this is a part where inference is, and now I'm going to visualize my result. So it is detecting dogs in this image. So this is object detection. You don't have to do much. You can just reuse a model and you can choose different models as well. You can choose whatever model you want in this particular code and you can choose the image accordingly and you can accomplish this object detection. So there's not much of code. So somebody who's a beginner can also do very easily because the template is already given to you and you are going to just modify few lines of code. So these are, we saw an example in images and we saw an example in um, so there are other examples. This is a link to the tutorial. There are other examples under under video, under you have several examples under video. You have several examples under audio, and you can go to these tutorials and you can check it out. You have examples for question answering, you have examples for image classification, for GANs, and there are several examples for which you have the TF model. So when you go here, you can go click on the collab and execute it, and you also can click on here. TF will take you to the tfhub.dev page where for example, this is the model, and I can click and I can see the sample usage as well. So there are several examples, 1,300 of them models available, and if you want to dig through all these models, please do it during your free time. And now I'll quickly come and I'll finish the session with the ending. So now what if you're developing your own model and you want to publish it to TensorFlow Hub? So what do you do? So the link here, there are set of instructions how you can set of instruction, become a publisher. There's set of instructions which you need to follow to publish your model to the TensorFlow Hub. And this is in nutshell TensorFlow Hub and how you can reuse the models which are available to do machine learning. This is a very short introductory session. There's a lot interesting which you can try out using TensorFlow Hub. There are several use cases out there, and I would highly encourage you to go dig through these use cases, under few of them under images, few of them under audio, video, and text, and have fun doing it. So we've come to the end of this session, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah. If there are any questions, then yes, please let me know. Yeah. Hello, Isa. You have any question? There are no questions. Can we end the session now?
Uh, yes, ma'am. Guys, if you have questions, you can put in the comments. We'll be happy to take your question. Okay, it seems there are no more questions. So yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
for
much.
thank
Yeah.
you for this session. And guys, before we end this stream, actually, if you want to take the certificate, so you can go for the quiz, which are actually the link for that quiz will be in the description below, or you can find in the comment. One of the moderator will be posting the link. So go to that link and opt for the quiz. The quiz will be based on the questions in the quiz will be based on this session, which has just happened. So you'll be only eligible for the certificate if you complete the quiz. So make a note of it. Quiz will start just as you click on the link. Okay, Yashi. So just one of our moderator will be posting in the comment, and if you couldn't find it, just go into the description. We'll be uploading the
Somebody
link there.
has asked one question. So the TF Hub works for OCR. Yes, you can do TF Hub for OCR. There are some examples as well in the tutorials. You can do it right off the bat. So it can be used for any use case. Yeah. All right. Best wishes for the certificates and the questions. And I thank the organizers once again. And I'm wishing them very best for the rest of the event as well. Take care and catch you all in a different event. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Okay, guys, this was Usha ma'am, and don't forget we have series of workshops scheduled till 18th of December on our series of words of wisdom. And on 19th and 20th, we will be organizing the 2 days online virtual hackathon, Hack with CW, which will be organized by our team, Code Warriors team. So do participate in it. Participate in it. Till then, uh, goodbye and code well.